view is drawn like this. A, B, C, D, same figure, same shape, dimension same, but now it is drawn in such a way that A is here, then B, C and D, and the edges are drawn like this. And because A is drawn like this, the front view has become like this. So when you see from front, this surface is here, this surface is here, and these two surfaces, they are gone behind. We have drawn it for the square pyramid. Similarly, you can draw for the pentagon and hexagon. But let us concentrate just now only on the hexagon, only on the square pyramid. Now this is the first position. After that, you are going to incline, and when you rotate like this, when you incline like this, it will rest only on this corner A. So you can see the revised positions here, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like last time. So when you tilt it, the description is saying like this: edge containing corner is inclined to HP by theta. So this is the edge which is containing the corner on which it is resting. So this edge is going to make angle theta. So this line is drawn again in the second position, making angle theta, and according to that, this is drawn. Then according to this position, the top view is drawn, just like last time. Other way is axis is inclined. So if axis is inclined, accordingly this becomes the position and this becomes the top view. Now I already described how this is done in the earlier figure. So I am just explaining how it what happens, how is the description given. Then the next is edge in HP. The entire edge is in HP. That means on XY line. Then the next is base is inclined to HP by theta. So you can see base is inclined to HP by theta. This is a new position according to the top view. Okay, so what we now see is, we have seen a figure. See, the chart is made like this. This upper part, what is shown here, is the case when the solid is resting on its edge. And this is the case where the solid is resting on its corner. So they are the two ways in which the figures are drawn. Initial position, inclined position, and how it is inclined, in four ways it is described, and that is shown here. If it is resting on corner, this is the initial position, and how it is inclined in four ways, that is shown here. Now this is first step, this is second step. What is shown here is the second step. What is shown here is the first step, and there is something called the third step. So all the students who are now in the second year, they have learnt up to this much, whatever is described, the first step and second step. So this much, the solid is inclined to one plane. This is described, this they have learnt, all the students they have learnt during their first year. For the direct second year students, we are revising this concept because they have got admission directly to the second year. So whatever was learned in the first year, that we are supposed to know. That's why I am describing this much part. Now in the syllabus of the second year, what we are going to learn is this part, that is the third step. So this solid, when it is inclined to other plane also, that means it is inclined to HP and it is also inclined to VP. So when it is inclined to both planes, what happens? Now that is described here. So that is the third step. So this part we are going to describe in the next lecture. Right now we are only learning first step and second step. So first inclination only. Even in this, there are two types. So as you see here, in this figure, we have shown that the solid is resting in HP. You can see here the solid is resting in HP. But what will happen if it is resting in VP? So you can now see what is shown here. You can now see here that if the solid is resting in VP, that means in the vertical plane it is resting, then how you would draw. So in that case, what happens? The square shape, that is the base, is shown here. Now it is resting in VP. So you can see this is a line. I'll just take you close. See how it is drawn. This is the front view it is resting in VP, and this is the top view where the base is touching to the VP. It is shown like this. Base is touching to the VP, and according to that the shape has come like this. So the first position is like this, front view, top view, and then the inclination is in the language that is written according to this. So now the lateral face is inclined to VP now this time. This here the word has come VP. Lateral face inclined to VP by phi. The inclination to VP is shown by letter phi. So it is inclined to VP by phi. So this is the way lateral face is inclined to VP by phi. New position in the top view, and when you see this new position in the top view from front, that means in this direction when you see, what you see is drawn here. So this view is projected by drawing the projector lines, and by taking the reference of the points from both sides, we draw this figure. So this everything is already discussed earlier. Same procedure is to be followed. Only what we learn here new is that the solid is resting in VP. Now when it is resting in VP, again there are two types. Inclination has got four types: by its lateral face, by base, by axis, and it is completely touching in the VP. So they are the four possibilities, same like last time, four possibilities. And here the possibilities are two. One is if it is resting on its edge in VP. So this edge is going to remain in VP. That's why this edge is still there in VP. So you can see this edge is in VP. This edge is still in VP. It is not seen dotted because it is hidden. And the other possibility is the corner is resting in VP. You can see here corner is resting in VP. So when the corner is resting in VP, this is the starting position. You can even see the front view. This is the front view and this is the top view. Front view here, top view here. Starting position, and then the four possibilities of inclination. Four ways it is written: by edge, by axis, by completely resting in the VP, and by the inclination of the base. So any of the four ways it is described like this is the inclination. So now I'll just take you back so that you can realize how the chart is made. So now you'll see here resting, this entire thing is resting in HP. And in HP two types: resting in HP on edge, resting in HP on corner. Here resting in VP, this entire page is resting in VP. So resting in VP on edge, resting in VP on corner. So they are the four possibilities, and in each of the possibility there are four ways in which you can incline. Four ways you can incline after this. Four ways you can incline after this. Four ways you can incline after this. Right? So this is how it is. Now this figure will be given to you. These two pages will be given to you so that you will realize, and you can yourself again examine. You can again study and try to understand what is described here. And once you understand the problems that will be asked, they will be having a description of any of these types. The pyramid could be square pyramid, or it could be pentagonal, or it could be hexagonal. It could be resting in HP. It could be resting in VP. It is resting on edge. It can rest on corner, and it is inclined by any of these ways. It is inclined. So that is the description of the problem. Accordingly, one of the possibilities is your answer. So I'll just state you one problem. A pentagon, let us say pentagon, a pentagonal pyramid. This is a pentagonal pyramid. Size is 30 mm base, 100 mm height, is resting in VP on its corner. So here, so this is the pentagonal pyramid resting in VP on its corner. So this is your starting position, front view, top view, and it is inclined to VP such that base is making 30 degrees with VP. So you can see here base is making, you can see this base is making 30 degrees. So out of all the so many figures, so many combinations, we have come down to this combination. So you can see here base is making phi angle with the VP, and it is a, now of course this is a square pyramid. You are going to draw a pentagonal pyramid, and it is going to still rest on HA here. The rest of the shape is a pentagonal shape. and that shape you can draw by taking the references. So this becomes your exercise. So in this exercise, your first figure will be, first step is these two figures, and in the next step is these two figures. So that way we are going to solve the problems. Now the students have done this kind of exercise during their first year. We have brought the direct second year students to their level by today's lecture on projections of solids when they are inclined to one plane. When they are inclined to one plane. In the second year, in the syllabus, there is a case where the solids are inclined to both planes. So how they are inclined to both planes, that is described in this part of the figure. So during the next lecture, you will see the description where we are talking about how the solid is shown when it is inclined to both planes like this. Okay, so that is the kind of information which we learnt in today's lecture.